What's going on, you guys? I want to start this video off right away saying that I fixed my 135. Tons of you guys commented. Some of you actually put me in the right direction, and I just want to say that thank you so much. The problem ended up being, let me zoom in here, in this ECU box area. If you guys are familiar, the JB4 is a piggyback system, so it kind of plugs in line with the factory computer. And when I initially installed it like 4 years ago, I must have bent a pin. So I'm not blaming JB4 at all. I love my JB4, but this gray sub connector, the 4 pins here on the left were completely bent outwards like that. So I straightened them out, I cleaned the connections, I plugged this back in, and the car's been great. And it's been about a week now, I think, since I did that. So I definitely think that was the cause. That's what a lot of you guys were saying. But again, not the fault of the JB4. Definitely install error. It just finally showed itself 4 years later. Those bent pins were causing some issues. So with that being said, enjoy the rest of this video. I recorded it before I figured out the fix, but I know it's some valuable information on boost leak testing, any turbo car. So stick around and let me know what you guys think. What's going on, you guys? As you know, I'm dealing with some issues in the 135 that I can't seem to figure out, and I know there's a couple other people that have a top mount single turbo setup that probably want to do a boost leak test like I'm going to do today. So for my peace of mind, I'm making sure I don't have any boost leaks, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it on a top mount single turbo. You don't actually need a ton of tools to do this job. The main component here is this silicone elbow with a PVC end cap, and you'll see I've got a boost gauge and a tire valve stem installed on that. I bought this whole setup off a website, paid too much money for it because you can just make this, but I was in a pinch and didn't want to run to the store, so I bought this ahead of time, and I have a little tire pressure adding gauge there, and I have an air compressor over in the corner, but a line runs down and out all the way over to here. So first step is going to be to take your filter off your turbo, and then I'll show you how we hook up all this stuff and actually test for leaks. Nice and easy there, and now you can see the beautiful turbo. So once you've got access to the turbo, you're going to take that boost leak tester assembly and kind of slide it on to the inlet of the turbo and make sure that's nice and tight. I'm just going to kind of carefully impact it on. This is not a very strong impact, but you obviously want to make sure it's really tight so this thing doesn't blow off once it's under pressure. So the next step then is I've got my tire gauge hooked up to my air line here, and we're going to unscrew this cap and simply just hook this onto the inlet, so this way we're able to feed pressure in. I just turned on my air compressor and got this hooked up, but I do want to say before you do this, I've disconnected my oil fill cap here. That way the actual engine doesn't pressurize itself. This kind of has mixed feelings depending on who you ask, but I would prefer to leave this open and let air escape through the rings if there's some leakage there, rather than build a bunch of pressure in this system. And if you have a catch can installed, you're going to want to monitor that so you're not repressurizing the whole system. Mine's venting to atmosphere, so eventually that will leak a little bit as I turn up the pressure. And obviously you're doing all this at your own risk. If something's loose or you have a leak and it springs off and hits you, that's not a good thing. So you're going to want to make sure all your connections are tight and slowly increment the pressure. That way if something's going to go, you might start to hear it leak before it just pops off. Alright, I've got it all hooked up. This is attached, and once I pull the trigger, the thumb trigger on this, it'll start pumping air in. Ignore this gauge. You're going to want to watch the one that's actually connected to the turbo here. that'll show you how much boost is actually being pushed through the system. So I'm going to kind of get this out of the way and hold this down with my hand, and hopefully you guys can see. Oh, see, we have a leak at this connection already. Got to make sure this is nice and tight. Trying to show you guys this without blocking it off. So I'm pumping air in there. You'll see it's at 5 pounds. I don't really hear anything. Let's keep going. £10. I just hear some leakage coming through the oil cap area. That's normal. Not a big leak by any means. What are we at now? 15. Again, I don't really hear anything. You would hear a pretty large leak once it starts to leak, depending on how big the actual leak is. And I do want to mention, you'll see it's kind of fading off. You want to test the whole range of boost that you see with your car. If you're targeting 30 pounds, you're going to want to go all the way up to 30 pounds. Just be aware that this is a lot of pressure on a system. So again, be careful when you're doing this, but you want to test all the usable pressure, because you might not see a leak at 5 pounds or 10 pounds, but once it gets up to 25, 30, there might be a small leak somewhere, and you would never notice that without doing this test as you're driving around, because it feels fine and there's just a tiny little leak up in the top of the boost that you wouldn't maybe feel because it's probably not that big, but that's the point of this, to take care of all those leaks and listen at all the connections. So not only on the turbo side, but over on the intake side, you're going to want to monitor the charge pipe connection, where it mates up to the head here. Underneath I have some T-map sensors, vacuum lines, blow-off valve, all the connections down by the intercooler as well. All those spots have chances to leak. So it just faded away back to 0, but I just wanted to talk about how high to go and what to look for and listen for. The higher you get up, obviously you're going to hear some pressure just because it's flowing through the system. You're just going to hear that. But you guys know what a leak sounds like. If it starts getting high pitch or you feel like something's not right, that's going to be the leak. So I'm going to go ahead and pressurize this as far up as I go. I do have a Hobbs switch that'll activate my second fuel pump at somewhere around 15, a little bit higher. So if you hear that kick on, that's just because the Hobbs switch is telling the fuel pump to activate because it's seeing that much boost. But I'm going to go ahead and ramp this thing up, and I'll let you know if we find any leaks. There's that fuel pump. Alright, and I'm going to stop my testing at 25 pounds here. Let's take a listen. I didn't hear anything that would cause some concern. The only two leak areas I heard were the oil cap and my oil catch can vent tube that goes all the way down the trans tunnel. I didn't hear any on the turbo side or on the intake side. I've done this in the past, but again, this is just kind of to reassure myself. I've found leaks at the actual compressor housing of the turbo. There's an orange O-ring. I found a leak there once. I've had leaks over there at the throttle body connection where the charge pipe wasn't seated onto the throttle body. I've had leaks at the manifold over here. Those O-rings that seal the manifold to the head itself, I've had those leak. I've had intercooler pipes leak down there. There's all sorts of spots for leaks on these cars, but people don't know how to test for them. So that's what I wanted to show you guys today. So that's going to wrap up today's video. It was a short, quick, and easy one, but I know some of you have asked how to boost leak test your top mount single turbo kits. So that's my method, and that's what I would recommend you guys to do. Thankfully, we didn't find any leaks. That's always a good sign, a good day. But I guarantee if you do this, pressurized to 30, I bet some of you would be surprised at the small leaks you'll find. So that being said, be sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, drop a comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.